Right, this is the Lotus 18 from 1960. It's two original drivers with Jim Clarke and Innes Ireland. However, I have the now owner of the car, John Chisholm, with me, and he's been good enough to give Vital F1 and myself an interview. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm extremely well, thank you.
It's a wonderful car, and thank you so much for allowing us to look at it. Just tell me the history of it if you want to.
Well, it's one of the Team Lotus cars in 1960, and it went out, not this car, but the first of them went out to the Argentinian Grand Prix, and surprised everyone by how quick it was.
Yes.
And Cooper, Jack Brabham with John Cooper on the way home in the aircraft said to each other they've got to design a whole new car to compete with it. So it was extremely fast straight off, and that was number 369. This is 372, so there were six.
And what year was that?
That's 1960.
It was 60, yeah.
1960.
Yeah.
However, despite that promising start, none of the Team Lotus cars ever won a race.
Mm-hmm.
This one came second at the US Grand Prix in the hands of Innes Ireland.
Okay.
And another one, 373, came second in the British Grand Prix in the hands of John Surtees.
Oh, right.
And the reason for that was that the Team Lotus cars all have the Chapman queer box, as it's known, which is typical Chapman, brilliant design, but too lightweight for the job. And so the cars very seldom finished races. They were always quick, but they very seldom finished.
Okay.
And that remains the problem to this day.
Don't worry, that's the whole idea of being here, but go on.
In 1961, the formula changed from 2.5 litres to 1.5 litres. The British cars did not have a competitive 1.5 litre engine.
Okay.
Ferrari had a V6, and so they had to just leave down the 2.5 litre to 1.5 litre, so it wasn't very competitive. Nonetheless, Stirling Moss won that year in a car that's here.
Oh, really?
In a 1.5 litre Cobra Climax Lotus 18.
Yeah.
But Rob Walker's cars, which Stirling Moss drove, never had a queer box. They were always fitted with a Calotti box.
I see, yes. And so they went, although the great innovator had produced a gearbox that everybody enjoyed, it just never worked.
It never worked.
Yeah.
And it remains a problem to this day.
Yeah.
The consequence is these cars are very fast when they work.
Yeah.
But very frequently they break.
Okay. And did it ever break coming out of the tunnel here?
Well, Innes Ireland had an enormous accident. Actually, not in an 18, in 21.
Yeah.
In 1961, coming out of the tunnel.
Oh, right. Because my obsession is the tunnel. And so I've got a few tips for you when we've finished.
Well, the tunnel, I find, is one of the two frightening parts of this circuit.
Yeah.
Because it's got a bend in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And at the speed one's going through it, which is close on 140 miles an hour, you're sliding towards the outside wall.
Exact.
And so you've got to choose your turn-in point.
Yes.
Great accident.
Yes, I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah.
Anyway, back to the history of this car.
Yes.
It raced in 1961 with a 1.5 litre engine in it, and a chap called Peter Ryan bought it at the end of 1961 and finished in the US Grand Prix in 9th position at the end of 1961. Unfortunately, he then got himself killed in another car at Germany almost immediately.
Yes.
And so it pretty much went into a museum, and it only came out into historic racing in the 2000s.
Really? Really? It is so beautiful. And it takes me back to my childhood. Thank you so much, John. And thank you very much for letting me allow me to interview you. Thank you.